in your pickup truck, making sure you're all gassed up after the Aces Wild days. Well, it's pretty cold back here, but I'll make it there somehow. You, me, with my baby at the Aces Wild days. Aces Wild all night long. Oh, baby, hold me tight. Won't you leave with me tonight after the Aces Wild days? Aces Wild all night long. Oh, baby, hold me tight. Won't you leave with me tonight after the Aces Wild days? You will go down to the mill in your pickup truck, making sure you
the more do the jigonen da anisho other more na outlay so hodo ni kichi hanas de hodo Dr. Boo Nygren de nebananta hodo hanen kichi anish arshin hata so kis di at in de nebeke of a cow ni heitzas le hodo tsabogan hot zano hanen kichi shlegi ayo itzas aron le shina shaharo da mesa adlo da zaz no beshel khane ko at in stashin de nebeke of a cow itzazgi eshi beninache da hoslian Atin Bakao de no Kato, Gilai Jehoda, Korogo, Alaba, Dahono Sendo, Shishas, Anagito, see, Navajo Department of Transportation, Atin Badaha Yanagi Ade, Tadado Kato, Chiritso, Chida, Nada Bakao, Da Jeto, Shitan, Da Sastabadinido. Eshihoto Ade, the ne, Kidanet and Law Ade, Dale Nishigi Eso, Hehan, Kidini the late, and Le Binda do the Senado, watch it at the Das Nishigi, a Hehan, Kidini the John Kidene, Adashi, a team the car, Tada the Kato, Slashin, Hawan, but in that H, Nan Nishbekero, Eyato, Dada Hosniado, Juno Kikos, Sleep, and so on, this case, dear, where I say, Kate Zazgi, Nishin been in that so a Benda, she. Zasta be Hada dos not do and get see the Beshin Hada do kiss do di be nana hebi yij say yegos trahoszelole but laho bin schratoleshin da no soda Zasta bin da so not do be Hada do kiss ye had do leshin elke that not in do ebe do le huin zonro sabagan zando and then kitchle National Appreciation Days that and today is National Can Do Day. Belaganic HOA, this encourages us to focus on our strengths so we can turn our dreams into reality. Through hard work and dedication, you can achieve your goals and make sure that they are doable. Because the Hodasi Yego, Nidi Behastigi, Pinna Shido, Senado, which is Zaspet Hada do Kissigi, Eshi Hot O, Belagana, Sateila, Nike, the Nedani, Tlinigi, Belaho Bin, Shadonson, Kesto, Bayans, Tigi, Baholia, Juno, that the Legis, the say Haishi Nishto. Haishin still least big a belaho biga to let when Johnson joy dene belash slide and eat lenigi Nikanan Tinen sin case ba holia Yanski ba holia ebony nache Haishin Zenishina Hodonil when Johnson National Can Do Day. Dishat in Schlatin Hautzon, Sashiat in Gamana Hassan Bakashin Hoto. The Nensida case, Epe, Dinana Hagi, Astetna not so Kragi, Nasi Kragi, Eshin Hot Edolet, Ebe, Nane Katolet. Kodoe local announcements. The more don't like it, Jingone, January 9th, Tuesday on there. Horin Rahido Kapni Sebaran Hot Zande, Winter Rock Fairgrounds, Nake Hall. the People's State of the Navajo Nation. Dia na ha the neyego bitch khanenal in no bal do al bil khaz adolel an khaidoka. Dia aslaj na khaj an hinan an slando beshmasa an bisna an sto de kuigoshi nat ani bil ta nisho di el delia ardik nana khaj di de na de dil nil no khanegi don le de nebanant an snigi hwalo di lo ke has nelago nda has do di de be do le di de hajol chata liago di hajota do nil noda the People's State of the Navajo Nation, January 9th 9 a.m. do khajlish don le 3 p.m. don le shiketa satahigida Rochelle Montoya ishilo hanne gichi do lito ne peshmas an large yayaltigida Speaker Curley don le nahui ahi tsota Chief Justice Joanne Jane da enigi do le large shatel nishigida shil khojishlas anigi eat ene shlat halzina sina nishin sagi and dash nishigi the neye baby khodone do stop the never Washington at khandal nishigi khwa bekada tanago bekada nal soslan de jato lelto belkilna hoteshne die benyenna edish kido nal sos do khanne benye na edish kil khanegi the never Washington shandal nishigi khwa ndabadol kido so khwa belkhaz adolel do sheto khodon kich hasanen kich shleta khwa ndal nishigi khwa ta honlodole lo sinda di tsadolel hen selt kent da any khal chinda aninda kreda sinla yeda hat khaston le ad nek at da hat khasgida khwa ta honlon do chiyan so asna shinjano chiyan da di things to nabi gahago to le 11 o'clock go khodo hadikis Tuesday shiya khodo khannen kitchen de shlitlashin asad kail kitchen the nebel babes na the People's State of the Navajo Nation. Dido khannet and khanna de ze peshmas unbechanast State of the Nation to the Navajo Nation Council. Khanna de ze aje hanebich neshi hot end ad negi ba tol nil khanege do khannet and evinek anda belkho atolel dishi anna kha hot on khannen ge nesh intolel tohren alkene khatolel to hajo the nebanant ado the neba Washington bes has anigi hala hot ela do khit ela khayla bitatibichin dan tlado khayla njno cheda huila nenigi khannen ge hoda dil nil no aro so bini nachos not de you sahoda enigi Washington the ye dan kin enso khalet ole bel kholt zilo da khaz andi de neba Washington nenigi bek halson kitin zindon kitin enigi bini nach dis lot oje hanne bich hotod nil so he de ne ba Washington do de ne apsna an nisto an nehi ba kan del khola aslo dan zinoga yego na da pesun gi chana hona del ido eso bini nach be hez ani da hajobe be kha dil waltin dan ayada bi nach tsidal do khosun ka do wal to eshin at the nede yabcha has seated the never ke da honi tini dishin at and the east do le sa yo the neda not ani da job but so he die the never ta when na hot din need so be ka de sholo da no zin so beni nach aden da do kha ke yana da hot the Washington jonoil was ro ayetanel anit o da inish no da beni nach eshin ade nabi gahda the modona kitchen January 9th Tuesday dika Tuesday 9 o'clock go haljisto opening prayer da she posting of colors not in all just 6 hours she nabiga to she 11 o'clock go khasti she nabiga she are khata no solo are she askeda dil netoyat skilta ni and so kedon alchindo she abedanos ani the door prizes not the honodo she door prizes benina cha yo la bonet lisha hot ele she are the People's State of the Nation this coming Tuesday bedal nito le Missing Navajo people. 37-year-old Paul Goodman Begay last seen December 27, south of San Juan River by Aneth Boarding School. He was wearing a camo pullover, black pants. 505-368-1350. Out of found Navajo people, Larry So Anderson has been located. He was last seen October 27, 2020. Out of 15-year-old Kayla Mary Bella Watson has been reported located and safe. She was last seen December 25th in Theroux, New Mexico. What is happening in the world? NASA attempts to send human remains to the moon on December 21st. Le Washington Lange Secretary Pete Buttigieg, Department of Transportation, NASA Administrator Bill Nielsen, Assistant Secretary of Tribal Government Affairs, Nalsos Bajahishla, Dia, Haila Benia, the Ne, Inabada, Nada, the Tlanagido, but East, Nachaholiago, Lesh, Nahalon Hodado, Cathagido, Le, old J Moon, but Nenigi, Bakahotos, Nithy, do be got the hay, Dia, but changed Leji, the need Lenigi, Beni Nachida, so the Zenal, Ito, Beni Nachida, Dike, that the Lieto, Beni Nachida, so the Zenbeck, Dano, Tehegi, Haish Epenia. The snow yet nalt sauce, but you hodelia, din nalt sauce iliagi, diat inishtatin halt sogi, Bakago, hodist, nalt sauce hatahines de Nebanant, I did no nalt sauce, Washington, no illa, alada di nilta noya, ne, should all set hot on nalt sauce hadish slada. And on Linde, Gadido, a Nasobanadi, the late President Hale, she 1990s, and a stoa hot onal sos Hedila, Edo Biga to Hale, there's Nin, hot down in Nasa, the Dinin. So, hey, I'm sorry, Hodotnin, and the hot oba nade di Crego Hajo, a kitchen da hodil neto. Hajo kitchen da hosil net bekedonda Hajoban sohodes kezo she hodadi nilta nene do zada dishido ye lada asli do hoteda hodele di jiya belishka Hajo kitchen da hodil neto die do bigate Ishi bando khaye khaya nakamana hassan bakaun da honit le to bi hoj bich hunan kedil in to khaishe bin yenle ya gon do aj da an ol jeb khaj da hot o ehni do yat etie de shno besiz esich eshin da o khan abe la dil da zeda shnon da sho khan da hot eni shedo do bigata abesiz do le eshi hot do ba hot no sendo le NASA, they're trying to send human remains to the moon. As Navajo people, we hold the moon in such high sacredness, and we should also respect that humans, animals, and insects and fish and all plants come from the earth, and they belong on earth, and they should be returned to the earth. This time in history, there's a person called Solomo Northup gains his freedom. Slave, kidnapped, movie, but 12 years as a slave. Will Smith, Brad Pitt, this time in history, he was released on January 4th, 1853. Navajo life lesson. It is okay to be imperfect. They make us who we are. Tishinana Khaygi Bedinache, the Hajo, sits east Ayodo, Hajo Bansis case do Yoskita, that the Neshi Danzenta. Out end, do I need en Elkenist Ada, out on Kedian Hankedi Laigibinache, out end, to east ne Holongi Bedinache don't egg at sea, no water, not on the kid, on the lot, net sit that, and again, Juno Handiliagote, Haishe Bedinedo, Skita Jinzon, says a case to hot end. ne jo ebini nache yat eho atel itle jo lata masana do da cheda the yoga da hedil dan le ayot iso yes as jo bina hot enigi as yego imperfections everything is not perfect no shin hol ya hot end ayat ehle eshin do ba hot no sinel as yego do ishin don skitande bini nache ben ya hot do bini nache ninle be do le Navajo life lesson do le harhune nanagi le E91 some of the accomplishments we got then this past week le salawra bich hajle don le zeil in the bich han now the 911 hajle go do che the ne hanadin khado har la naba gando het ola do le nene dada Wednesday down $6.2 million contract signed ishla E911 khajo khadod nishto ben hadot to digadaze na din do ana khe che pet anisho kana se yego khodol jish die na kina khedo stande zira zabiga juno ar 911 khon ne ninde di thinch dat noye bohonetle rule addressing bol khaila de neda bagando khail khare la khozne le khasi yego da khot da de neye asi yego bits east of it na hoy na do khaila khabet no khala nenegi khwa anye peso dana be la asli do shi nasta hode shizo next gen 911 technology holiya asi yego yese be de nebe ke ba khaw do nil no nhishi el sedole di de nebe Washington because anigi do kha but she's tleji the question nezatin toba honen la datte se edo be da honlona nikhenda alsa eda di lil no a large channel nishigi director Mike Anderson aro chief of police the Daryl Noon the deputy chief that enigi Leonard Redhorse se yegon no yindash nish aro tana khahdo nishto ne na kinache do anstrande ziroshi ade njgono an khene E91 rural addressing bol khan biga tole hot oido khajishi ne na kitsin se tradon le na ho khosado le qadi adon le athin hodo wol biga ho ado kha haskita asti asli kha aten no kha da di thin no da khashi de ne nda halnese eshi do hodo nila kashi lo peshwe ne be kha ado hodina ade salado zeil indan lenigi ade besinda ajeto le noya dana jono khadalia ado le chinli chapter house wa because anigi le head start do solar street lighting da wa that anigi wa khatnas ne le because anigi jono bela asli do beso sabache holia eshi ade khatnas le lege that they say eshi yeda do neshi yenarat edole aro le kidenen le nizgare keda hat yego tornadoes go ba nast in Tennessee the Cushing families Navajo families hashiton ka wanas khodad khodi da hot da nora sin ha het ora ben kha do wasta noda nda oz kan jo division of social services behavioral and mental health issue traditional herbs that but you told ni laro in the hot class ben issue be ka staff community engagement shadel nishigi digi ashon ye ka dal yen ke le Tennessee de so the zin be kha do wasta no ke da hat nigi niol soshi se yego ban dust in Arhone nanige meet and greets Navajo Department of Health shada in Nishigi large shana Nishigi Kim Russell eslo bandal Nishigi nat ani dan denigi eslo baniya huichin jeno CHR do chianda be baka da do outreach that enigi da but inishigi benant adan denigi slasli do yat to he da bedini se yego huich denen kichid da hos enigi de no snishigi he aro yego nada idole aro asi belta illinde asi ille hore de nebenant nikenant ba de nil nishigi hore khani yahgi ba hetani zinda no eshi be do le nada no nada de snish din na khagi bini na khagi bini na do hot he ado le budget and finance meeting bana alte hoje base basa an lana atlehigi elo baniya ne salal so bana hat beso da bichi hoda negi do shida shil has anigi veterans department do office of the controller na hot igi tro si do khata Dinal social nahin teto peso de nebich hotol netgi kidan na hot dide si yego hajo besma sa andosh si higa honda si jo hot oras in the hajo da dil nicht shno are besma sa an chairwoman Shandine Parrish da bel hitla hasne do honorable Carl Slater da Lamardo Azra Norman Begeda added the holons no Delegate Amber Knezba Kradi da Ibn da hodit non da honit Aro Resource and Development Committee meeting elo ara hun slonde Chairwoman Jesus no Vice Chair Johnson da egi Honorable Danny Simpson da former Chairman Rick Nez da Honorable Otto Soda khwada khwaba niya hunanat baniya de nebenant ado hot on ganat tatina si yego nkelo be khayada haut in yat ehen shdo nirase elo baniya elo khwa le chinesti da kentskhagi landol khel nenigi elo be hodini former council delegate Catherine Benali eshikat ajen napije et khasatado le Loha Ado Topa Council of Natani Board of Directors do but Director Chili Yazi Toto Hode Sheikh Dana Sto Elo Stuido Sani do Nin Dal Dehitak Beninacha in Nagi Keda di Tlegi Job the Ne Ye Nadat Edole Nenegi Hode Sheikh Ado Saasi Yegu Nal Sostan Khadli Liloje Yo Toje Ba Washington Tabach Hodoli Otoe Beso Yen Khan Dal Hoto you Nikene Da Khadal Dil Nilog Edel Dile Bedahodil Ato Beninach Chian Holondo Le Nenegi Khaisha bin Neto Tajanido Le Tabadini Nat and Board of Directors do Honorable Chili Yazi Khaya Ishin Hodina Goshin Nal Sosa Bahad Le Stil Hoje Yo Toje with Khahot Zoji Nat Ani and Lenigi Bich Hodolni Di Hoje Toba Council Bekan Dash Shebe cases Khatnoye Eyet Nal Sos Khad Dolni the Snow Sheikh Ado Hoje the People's State of the Nation Nanado Legi Si Yego Hoje Shetlile Ishi January 9th ni be khasti nikhahido ka Tuesday go 9 o'clock go khahalzisto le 3 o'clock jim home site lease veterans application payment address that enigido Kaya tabana hat enigido la da khadil de shli la nalt sos ben yennelt soze ban nadnesht kha da no son ara da hono sondole aro sto aslaje heil kido de nebje hadest the People's State of the Nation hat nenigi aro sto ishi hot 1 hour 11 o'clock go don khada bi ga hageshin khodo khada to kis Tuesday go 11 o'clock go shin khodo de nebje hasti to le asla keil kijat in da iliado another deal Neligidon le Khanana Khajna Nish bin Dahwit Aya People's State of the Nation January 9th this Tuesday 9 a.m. Doha Haljish Chiyan do entertainment that any the Holodol Ebe a Kyahan Kedini do this Ado Hodot the Nebanant Dr. Boo Nigren the Mona of Kleto Hodohan and Kitchen Nish Egi a Kyat or Leto Njanon Kikinada Hojutlo do Yajedo at Ende Beta not Enigi a Kyahan Kedini do Letin Francis case which Nike the hot Enigin Lane Zgada Baad Todadon Hilya das leader at a sheik that is okay the honot Enigi and Francis case which Tina Yego Hashida hot Enigi which Shadel Nishki Eban Sida case on non Nish Bekeda not end up Doshno Shada Nish a Head Kedini Aho Yanda January 9th in Khasio Kreso Head or a hot end Dobiga Hogishi Bashman Nedo 11 o'clock Tuesday Hadat Okis January 9th Hakone Yat Shike
Good afternoon. They told it in Swansea was sinking on that's a che Nagani, that's another. Don't Kinke, told Adoga Isinasa. Urban Mitchell, Division Director in Sloan. Katonzacha, who is since October, Community Development, Ajay Snan, Ado Kado, Eya, or Yan, the Dish, Hado Kiski, Kodo enda inolsni hiki khalid eni Washington ikrat khalid enada initial sonso okis da kodo nada hilne kodo ba Kens. I appreciate all your audience are listening to our report from Naval Nation. Kon nikeda zaz treda da adesha binahon she Sunday go kwa kanana jot no honat in la koje yasagi nikenda hakle anhilbeda hazan kida hot ni tsene masanda yin adol zlande dit chitigi da chiza da havlonla da تخذ هذلون تخذنا هذا so it's so different now the she it could not eat or lefty the ke tnigi the community development chapter doing this the Department of Emergency Management the CHR the Department of Health weather incident report. We'll put it on the website. So if you go to dcd.org website, you can submit your incident report. Chapter house they bought heavy equipment a while back. So there's heavy equipment out there that can blade the road. There's certain chapters that don't have operators. There's certain chapters that don't have the operating expense to operate those vehicles. So we're working with NDOT to get those situated. So going forward, each chapter can use their heavy equipment. President Nygren data the equipment operators maintenance plan training center that what we only got NDOT here under the Naval Nation. We're a big nation where there's not enough equipment to cover the whole nation. There's BIA routes, there's county routes. So I don't uneven but that is teenage on chapter 8 days they can hear that I don't need a basis on each or no but that is the state bathroom edition based on money 150 million money data the bathroom been that they would see I don't know close no the IHS into a so the November we issued a work order number 1 for 19 projects India. A couple of weeks ago we signed another one for 35 projects for a bathroom addition. Innocent, how do I get on the list? Chapter a lot of these projects that we work on, it starts from the chapter. It's good to be on the IHS client listing, into a client listing, because we know that you're going to get water or you already have power and water. If you're going to do bathroom addition, if you already have water and power, housing 15 million RFQ last week RFQ closing date. So evaluation there's 15 14 firms that submit their proposal. Ishe aja iya nal indo le kela iya nakan hawanigin kanidi on no iya ben dealness adon da kela iya wan badam ilyasin osanigi back last year each chapter submitted 10 names into the DCD portal. April dated that portal. So since April up to date, shit assessment for all the applicant. For home site, do they have infrastructure? So it's going to evaluate the base of and then it's understanding BIA ARPA basically I not so there there's still like 98 more houses that we need to do the other one under the ARPA money in Washington that basically a chapter regional projects if no yeah, 211 million. The chapter ni base was ani days although each region they're allocated 8.8 million. The chapter the project indicating on the IDIQ no assessment is the Kane na ba ha do de do kade ka do nitigi ya na so si na ne play do expenditure plan but then again do but na shin ya de president basically ya na ni ne data for AE services do the pre-construction activities against a design that don't need to get the I don't need May, June, the same project that on the story. A urgent project airport flag at the chapter level. Although we have to encumber all these monies by September of this year. Though they encumbered, then again, when you put it under contract, it's considered encumbered. Though when you encumber in the December of 2026, it's ko peso given that on the shige nakabik ako it's called peso gichi itole although the other information that we have is Arizona State Legislative Session will be started this month. Arizona Monday they start New Mexico the following Monday. Basically New Mexico capital outlay. Gida ni based on Ando, New Mexico Indian Affairs Department long-term agent Farmington. The change that's the project but the initial basis need sa hosta shortfall no the binda the kidi ba ke nada sit na yo toji hanana jail she basic Canada jail she the capital outlet chapter na ye can't other Arizona State Legislature take although you touch it hanana legislative session did not see to it na she na de although the Washington the legislative not jagi ye go kidate the hada is on it that although it's like it could be the English, although like need it or when we leave the NAFO nation, we have to abide by the state laws, although the federal laws that so it really impacts our NAFO people. So it Tato in his way husband or the legislative session, they say, Tato Eben, the family, not all the other Kodoshi. Shaho kaya kidini dole di ko kitna house snagi don the not so she ya tin kita no dole. Thank you very much.
Hi. Yeah, everyone. Ethel Branch and Shafi Petonina Schlein.
No, you're A.
Hey, this is my
No,
little guy.
you're A.
Hey. I have a little break in a meeting here. to make time for this. So good to see everyone, and hope everyone had a great holiday and is going into a strong new year. Hope everyone has some really good resolutions for the new year ahead. Had fun putting mine together. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about an event we're going to do tomorrow on the President's Lunch and Learn. I'm going to cover the accomplishments of the Department of Justice for 2023. It was a really great exercise putting that together, and I feel like my team did a really great job of meeting expectations and pushing forward the legal agenda of the nation, and defending and protecting Navajo sovereignty. So looking forward to sharing some detail on that tomorrow. And I'm going to give you a little sneak peek today. So a couple of the things that I want to share with you is, I think, number one, the most important thing we accomplished was successfully protecting ICWA in the Brackeen v. Holland case. That was such a tremendous victory for all of Indian country. And our litigation unit, I was involved in that case when it first originated, when I was previously Attorney General, and we remained in that case and collaborated with other tribes and individuals. There were so many amici, friends of the court. It was very well orchestrated in collaboration all across Indian country. And even beyond Indian country. So that was very successful, very happy with that. And the second most important thing, I think, is the settlement funds, the settlement in the opioids litigation. That was also something that we filed under my leadership when I was previously Attorney General. And that is bringing in significant settlement dollars to the nation. In August, we received our first $63 million check, and we should be receiving a number of additional substantial checks relating to that settlement as parties turn in the funds that they're accountable for. So that is going to be a source of funds to invest in preventative programs or to mitigate against substance use issues, particularly relating to opioids, but also it's a little broader than that as well. So that is very, very wonderful and hopeful, and is in alignment with the needs in our community that we've seen growing out of the Operation Rainbow Bridge situation. But I mean, anybody knows that that's an issue in our community that needs a lot of attention, that hasn't really had the funding and attention in the past. So very happy to have that additional source of funds that we have a little more control over in terms of us determining what will have that preventative impact, which is a little bit better, I think, than the federal dollars that we're receiving that have certain restrictions attached to them and more narrow conditions. So that is very significant. That's going to be great to see hit the ground in terms of expenditures in 2024, and in terms of the impact that will hopefully have on our community in the near term as well as the long term. The third most significant accomplishment is the incredible work that our litigation team and our outside counsel achieved in our water rights litigation before the Supreme Court. That was a case that could have gone a lot of different ways, and it was not triumphant in terms of the outcome, but the outcome was very significant in continuing to protect the nation's water rights, and I think has played a pivotal role in bringing people to the table. As I'm literally here today was in settlement negotiations with respect to our Arizona water rights claims. So I'm very, very thankful for the long hours that the team put into that. And that was something that was dropped on my desk literally in the first few weeks of the second term as Attorney General. So I got a draft of that brief very early into this administration. And so there was a lot of hours and strategic thinking that went into that. I wish I could have been a part of that earlier. But I think we were able to do the best we could given where things
really
were
good, Mom.
in the course of the
Really
litigation.
good.
So, oh,
How does,
that's beautiful.
how does it smell, Mom?
It smells lovely. And then let's see, I'm looking at my time here. Some other really significant things. The president made it a huge priority when he came in to reopen the nation.
Here.
Everything kind of paused during the pandemic, and wasn't really reopening and giving our businesses an equal opportunity to produce income for families and workers and to support our economy. So it was a high priority to roll back the closures, the pandemic closures. My chapter unit played a key role in that. So very thankful for the work that went into that, and it's been really great to see things approach a level of normalcy back on the nation in terms of our economy, and support for the business community as well as just for the community in general. With what we've seen with the reopening of the chapters, being able to provide the services to the people that are needed as a government, and even just bringing employees back into their offices. That's been, I think, the in-office experience is highly productive. There's a lot that can be done remotely, of course, but there's nothing that can replace face-to-face communication. So I think that's facilitated a lot of progress that we've been able to make as a nation, as a government in the last year. So that's just a little sneak peek at some of the highlights that I'll be covering tomorrow. I'm aiming to share about 25 of our accomplishments from the past year. And I just ran through about 4 of them just now. So I think I have a little bit more time to share a little bit more. Not certain, but I'm going to quickly just mention that our chief prosecutor and his office, they've just been on fire, doing really, really great things. They have their new headquarters in Window Rock that has really improved morale and productivity in that office. And then additionally, I see Jerry's commenting about the home site lease presentations, and that's part of the president's commitment to the Navajo people to have a more transparent government that is really serving the needs of the people. The basic needs of the people. Housing is one of those basic needs. And so those presentations have been really tailored to making the Navajo Nation government and governmental processes more accessible to the people, and sort of breaking down the mystery, I suppose, of the government, and ensuring that people are able to utilize processes and understand what the rules really are. I think what came out of those presentations is that we saw there's a lot of inconsistency that's happening. And so that's something that we'll be working to eliminate here in the coming year. And in fact, a little sneak peek, we are working at the president's direction on developing some one-stop shop conferences that will be designed so that someone can come in. If you have all your documents, and we'll let you know what documents you need to bring, you can sit down with the staff and get things moving, submit your application. We'll have a session about how to submit your application and a workshop assisting folks to fill out their home site lease applications. We'll have the maps showing where the biologically sensitive areas are, so folks can make sure that they're selecting sites that are not going to be difficult or restricted in terms of home site lease applications, to try to really move these things forward. We're looking into how we can assist with those transfer of applications or transfer of leases in this one-stop shop format. So we'll have more on that we'll be sharing at the President's State of the Nation address next week, which I hope everyone will tune into. And it's going to be really exciting. I'm so proud of the president and the team. He's really has a lot of energy and keeps us all highly motivated. And the team has just done some really incredible things. So I hope you guys will tune in to hear that. And I hope you'll tune into my session tomorrow on the President's page in our Lunch and Learn format to run through a little more in depth some of the accomplishments of the department for the past year. So, everyone, thank you so much. I hope everyone has a beautiful 2024.
Good afternoon, Yat. This is Michael Anderson. I am the Executive Division Director for Public Safety as appointed by our President, Dr. Boo Van Nygren. I wanted to say good afternoon and hope everybody is enjoying the snow in a safe manner. And to that event, I want to make sure that please check with your family as they travel, whether they're going to work or to school or to do some shopping or whatever they're going out to do. Make sure that they're in a vehicle that is properly prepared to be traveling in the weather conditions that we have, including making sure that they have enough gas to get them back and forth wherever they're going, that their tires are all-terrain, or they have the proper equipment just in case something should happen, like a shovel, maybe it's a bag of sand to put in. And if you have something like a red flag, just in case your vehicle becomes disabled, to put this flag out and indicate to other traffic that there may be a potential emergency. I would ask you, if you do come up upon a situation, drive past it, get on the other side, get off the road as far as you can. Please stay off the road. Don't get on the road. It's hard to see people when they're walking on the road. They're more focused on the event that may be happening. So don't put yourself out into the lane of potential hazards out there that might endanger you or other people. So as you travel safely. Make sure you have equipment in your vehicle, including maybe a blanket, some water for drinking, anything. Make sure you have a cell phone. Make sure you know what the telephone numbers are for calling assistance in the region, whether you need fire, EMT, EMS, or law enforcement. Make sure that you have the numbers for the different districts that you may be traveling through, so that in the event you come upon something, or you want to report an event, or you may get yourself in a situation, you have the numbers where you can call and make a report so that we can get the right agency out there to assist you. Again, the Division of Public Safety includes the Department of Corrections, Department of Law Enforcement, including the criminal investigations, internal affairs. We have EMS, the Emergency Medical Services, which is our ambulances and EMT people, as well as fire and rescue. And then we have the Department of Emergency Management. All these departments are part of Division of Public Safety, and they're all there to assist you in the event of an emergency. Hopefully that is something that you will not need, but you just don't know the unexpected events that occur out there while you're traveling. And if you can, don't travel, stay home. Take the safer route by staying home and not having to travel. You don't have to go anywhere, don't do it. But if you do, please drive safely. And this kind of is going to go into another area about reporting emergencies. Yesterday, President Boo Van Nygren signed a $6.2 million contract excuse me, to start the E911 rural addressing, which is a part of the ARPA funding, which will help implement 2 major dispatch centers on the Navajo Nation that will upgrade our dispatch system, our dispatch operators. It will also provide a unified reporting system, particularly the 911 program. When you have an emergency, you can call in instead of it being routed outside of the Navajo Nation and then return back. It cuts down on the time. That implementation of that started yesterday with the signing of the $6.2 million contract to MTM, which is one of our vendors. And now it will ultimately, over the next a few months give us the opportunity under the team that we have to implement both development of the E911 system as well as the rural addressing program, utilizing data that we've collected throughout the past couple of years, as well as utilizing other departments and divisions who already accumulated that information. So it's another example of how Dr. Nygren has asked his different divisions to work together and complement each other and coordinate opportunities that will help better serve the Navajo Nation. And so in the furtherance of compassion, competency, teamwork, and dedication, the Division of Public Safety is striving to provide these services for the Navajo Nation. I want to compliment every individual in these different departments under this division. Doesn't have to be the uniformed people. It can be staff, it can be administrative, it can be our civilian, our non-certified individuals. All of these individuals help to make the Division of Public Safety successful in providing those services to you. So again, happy holidays to all those folks out there from the Dr. Nygren, President and Vice President Rochelle Montoya administration. We look forward to serving you again in this new year, 2024, wishing you a happy new year. Once again, my name is Michael Anderson. I'm the Division of Public Safety Executive Division Director. Twitichi Nin Shang Na Kaidna Bashichin, Ashin Dashichedo, Tua Han Dashinal Yat F.
Oh yeah, oh,